Dobry wieczór, agents. Welcome back to No One Lives Forever 2. After we drove around the area and caused some mischief along the way, now we're finally making our way inside the base, and our first and most dangerous adversary is ladders. Ladders in this game don't work very well. That's my story. This little side area doesn't really have anything to it. There is that little, open door, which doesn't actually open at this point in the game. We come back through here later and then we can open it, but not right now. Instead, we have to walk through this little guard shack, which is locked, but otherwise rather conspicuously empty. On the mini-map, or on the compass rather, you'll notice that little eye icon on the main gate. That's just for us to, it's going to be an optional objective for us to plant a bomb on the inside of that gate. We do have to find the explosive first, and there are two other things inside this installation that we do have to blow up. So, I mean, the gate is optional, the other two are mandatory. But there are 3 explosives, so it's doable.
How did this happen?
So I don't know if I've mentioned it, but guards are a little bit, they'll notice things like doors opening. They're not dumb. Just like they'll notice any suspicious noises, anytime they see a door open or a coin drop on the ground, they will come and investigate it. I mean, they're not dumb, they're just evil.
Feeling sleepy.
And in this case, sleepy.
What do we have here?
I'm not sure how he saw this
Are you
guy.
all right?
Considering the room is dark, he shouldn't have been able to see it, but he did? I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure on how exactly guards see things. I mean, good for them. They're very perceptive. The Soviet Union has great guards. The Soviet Union has 2 fewer great guards. Some folks have mentioned that this map is, it's really bad as far as enemies continually respawning in. There's a lot of enemies on this map, and they kind of don't stop coming back. You'll see as we get farther in, the next, just beyond that open gate there is where the guards respawning in becomes really noticeable and also really annoying. But it could be it's a way to force you to think more stealthily. I mean, you can still run and get them all down. By no means think that isn't an option. I just like to pretend to play to this game's strengths, which is its decent combat, or decent sneaking. I mean, there is still going to be plenty of running and gunning later. Don't worry about that. But, if you can be sneaky for a little while, why not give it a shot? The 308 FMJ is for our sniper rifle, and I'm always happy to see more ammo for that. This door is that one that we saw when we first went down that ladder. And on the right is where we need the explosives to blow open the gate. The gate won't actually be blown open until we're escaping, which comes later. Much later. So between that requisition form earlier asking for 400 heads of cabbage And this requisition, or this memo saying, please, no more cabbage soup, have you been near the latrines? It sounds like the Russians here eat a lot of cabbage. Which, yeah, that's good. Cabbage is healthy. Though I don't know how much I'd like these barracks. It looks like some of the mattresses are just completely off the wall. The windows are broken. I mean, there's not even a window there, so... I've been in some pretty terrible barracks, but I think this would overcome all of them. So that note mentions that the explosives are for the fuel depot, but you don't have to do that. You can use these explosives on any of the objectives for it. In this case, I will be using this one on the main gate because the one for the fuel depot, there's a bit of explosives close by to that objective. So there's no real reason in waiting, unless you want to, I guess. I don't know. And of course, although it is an optional objective, it is highly recommended, if nothing else, then for the skill point bonus. 400 ain't nothing. So after you beat the game, you get a chapter select option, which lets you hop in between different chapters. The problem with using that is that if you do hop into a later chapter, you don't have any skill points to use. So, unless you start from the beginning or roll it over between levels, you aren't going to have that stacking up in your favor.
Have you heard from Tanya?
I got a letter from her last week. She's staying with her mother in Omsk.
Has she decided?
Not yet.
What's taking her so long?
Her friends don't like me. They want her to go back to her ex-boyfriend.
I thought he used to beat her.
He did, but he's a political officer. I'm a low-ranked soldier in Siberia.
Women.
So, that's an example of, this game doesn't do humor the same way as No One Lives Forever 1 did. No One Lives Forever 1 was very much, it was a big-time spy parody, but, it did that out of love, and a lot of the humor came from that. This game, more of the humor is, they try for broader strokes, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. Some of the just ho-ho women stuff doesn't really hit me the right way, but that's life. This is another example of guards not being dumb. If you turn off a light where they can see it, they'll usually notice that.
You've made me very mad!
I don't know what caused this guy to alert on that, but, whatever.
You can't talk. Hey, you!
sometimes the music doesn't really know what to do when you have an alert situation.
Something's wrong here.
Now I've got...
There we go. Crisis averted. Pretty soon I'm just gonna stop moving bodies because there are so many of them. So where that guard just came from, that little gate there, that is our destination. It's also where more guards continually spawn into this map. And we'll be going there before too long, you know, I just have to find some more explosives out here first. But, you know, it's there, it exists.
What happened?
I fell down with a bullet in my brain pan.
Hey, you! Get up!
That guy's got a lot of bodies to clean up.
Sorry, comrade. But there's less red tape this way. Don't make me hunt you down!
The game does toss out a couple different kinds of recipes, but I probably will not be trying to make any of them. Probably. I don't know. I might. It's a toss-up. Cabbage soup probably isn't the first thing I would think of making. But it seems easy enough. My only question is that if they're doing this in Russia, why are they using pounds as a unit of measurement? That's it. There's my immersion ruined. Can't believe it. The things we do for love. And denim blue jeans. Yeah, this map in particular is really aggressive with the guard respawns. Yep, you'll see. It's, it's extremely noticeable. I'm not sure if the fuel depot here is optional as far as blowing it up goes.
All right, I heard that.
But once again, why miss out on the skill point rewards? Now, that piece of intel is actually going to be useful for later on this map. In the next area there's a generator, and we need to find some sugar to pour into the generator to shut down the electric fence. You know, because having a shocking reception to trying to get in there would probably be unfortunate. And for some reason, there's handy-dandy aerial photographs of the area, with all of our location area marked on it, inside the installation. I don't know who put that there, but hey, you know, that's fine, probably. See, I'm telling you, man, ladders are dangerous. Well, not so much dangerous as inconvenient. The way the game has you climb ladders, they kind of get sticky, I guess would be a word for it. But, you know, you have to look up or crouch or hit the jump button to crawl up and down, and it's strange. And with everything out here done, we're going to move on inside. And that's where the guards continually spawn out of.
Footprints. Where do they go?
Oh no, I didn't know I was playing Metal Gear Solid.
Where's Mikhail?
Filing duty in main records building.
Why? What did he do?
Zukov caught him with an American magazine.
Pornography?
Worse, investment planning.
I never would have figured Mikhail for a capitalist swine.
He said he was using it for toilet paper because they've been out for 3 weeks and he didn't want to soil patriotic literature.
And Zukov still punished him?
If you ask me, he just wanted the magazine. He couldn't confiscate it if he didn't punish Mikhail.
Now that you mention it, Zukov is getting close to retirement.
Keep that in mind for later. Zukov is getting close to retirement. Just interesting. So this area is pretty lousy with guards, and much like before, they do respawn very aggressively, so pretty much at no point will any of these areas be empty of guards.
What do we have here?
Nothing.
was that noise?
Feeling sleepy.
Kate, you gotta stop picking these things up. A wad of facial tissue from somebody with a nasty cold. That's just unsanitary. Oh, a requisition form for exactly 1 roll of toilet paper. Huh. I mean, things can't be that dire, can they?
Sound the alarm!
Oh yeah, I should note that any guards you find around here, if they spot you, they are pretty alarm happy. So they'll definitely go out of their way to trip those as soon as possible. It just means you have to, you know, gun a few more down, which is fine. This is fine. Being a stealth game, there are of course enemy cameras, surveillance cameras, and the camera disabler is one of the only really effective ways of oh no, that man's not getting any toilet paper. What was I saying? Oh yeah, cameras. Shooting them will set off an alarm. The camera disabler is really the only way of taking them out silently. Though, I mean, if you're willing to deal with the alarm, it's probably not such a big deal.
I see!
I see you too. Or maybe it'd be, now you see me, now you don't. He's dead is what I'm getting at. He can't see anything. So this is where we find our generator for Crazy Ivan's electric fence. And so we found out the end of the tale of Sergei and Anya. in return for those 3 pairs of American denim jeans, well, he's dead now, because he tried sabotaging the installation. Lesson learned. Never give your girlfriend American denim jeans. It's just not... it's not healthy. Or I guess you could say it's bad for your career prospects. I guess he'll never be the head of a major corporation. Wait, damn it, that doesn't work there. Anyway, I'm gonna make my way up to the 2nd floor. Actually going through the service elevator here, there's a little entrance up top. But it's gonna take me a little while to pick the lock. Oh no, it's just extra tricky. So that's gonna be that's going to be it for this video. Please join me next time when we continue infiltrating the installation.